Get out of here, you old office hag. You weren't invited to my wedding.
Sarah, dear, is that any way to treat someone who came to celebrate?
Why are you even here? This is a private venue. I've already told the staff not to let in any uninvited guests. The guest list was carefully planned. Every single person was chosen with care. We don't need random office workers showing up uninvited.
There's no need to make a scene, Sarah.
A scene? You're the one causing problems. Don't you dare tell me what to do at my own wedding. This is my special day. I've been planning this for months. Every detail is perfect, and you're ruining everything. Don't act so innocent. Did you think I wouldn't notice you? I've had cameras watching every entrance. I've been watching everything, making sure this day is perfect. I know exactly what you were trying to do. I bet you were hoping to slip in during the ceremony when everyone would be too distracted to notice. It's just annoying having uninvited guests show up. How dare you come to my wedding without an invitation? This isn't some office party where anyone can just walk in. Who do you think you are? Don't you understand? You're not welcome here. Just because you're my senior at work doesn't mean you can crash my wedding. Office hierarchy means nothing here. This is my domain. This is supposed to be the perfect day.
What?
Don't play dumb with me. I saw you chatting with the other office workers like you belonged here. You were mingling with my guests. You were acting so casual, like you had every right to be here. The other guests were too polite to say anything, but I could tell they were uncomfortable. Everyone was whispering about you, wondering who let you in. Just because everyone else from the office was invited, did you think you could come too? Sorry, but we deliberately didn't send you an invitation. We had our reasons. That should have been obvious. We carefully picked every single guest, and you definitely weren't on the guest list. I checked it multiple times to make sure.
Really? You seem quite certain about that.
Of course I am! I personally handled every single invitation. I spent weeks planning the guest list, making sure everyone fit perfectly. I checked the guest list 3 times. We can't have random people showing up. Having an embarrassing divorcee at the wedding would just bring down the mood. Nobody wants that kind of energy at a wedding. A failed marriage has no place.
Still hung up on my marital status, I see.
It's not just about that. You'll make everyone uncomfortable. No one wants to talk about divorce at a wedding. It's just bad luck. We can't risk anything going wrong today.
Again with mocking me for being divorced. Let me tell you, the wedding would be more of a downer if I left. If you don't want that, then let me into the venue.
Is that a threat? How dare you? Who do you think you're talking to? Are you trying to blackmail your way into my wedding? This is unbelievable. I should call security right now. Having an office hag like you would definitely bring down the mood. Wait, did you come here to ruin everything? That must be it. Is that your plan? To sabotage my special day? You've always been jealous of me at work, haven't you? I see how you treat the other younger employees. Always so critical of everything we do. Nothing is ever good enough for you. Are you jealous that your young, cute junior is getting married and wanted to destroy it? That must be it. You can't stand seeing others being happy, can you?
What?
Don't act surprised. I've seen how you look at me during meetings. Those bitter glances whenever I get praise from the director. You can barely hide your jealousy. Or maybe you came looking for your next future husband. I know you want to remarry, but this is too much. You're so transparent. Everyone knows you're desperate to find someone. Did you think you could network at my wedding? Looking for rich single men among our guests? How pathetic. An old lady like you needs to stop trying to wreck your junior's wedding. This isn't some company mixer. This is a sacred ceremony.
What? Excuse me?
Well, I can understand your thinking, Karen. My groom works at a prestigious company and all his friends are doctors and lawyers. The elite! Each guest was carefully selected. A wedding like this must seem full of potential matches. But sorry, Karen, you're not going to find husband number 2 here. Everyone's in their 20s, so no one's going to be interested in a woman like you in your 50s. Know your place. This isn't some matchmaking event.
Listen, Sarah, the reason I'm here is...
Save your excuses! I've seen you networking at every office party, always trying to get close to the successful men. It's so obvious what you're doing. Everyone talks about it. I don't want to hear your excuses. Just get out of the venue. Leave now, immediately. This is my day, my perfect wedding day. You might be important at the office, but at a wedding, the bride is queen. That's me. Your office authority means nothing here. You old hag. You don't belong here, so leave right now. You'd better hurry before I call security. I seriously mean it.
Well then, give my regards to my son.
Huh? What son? What are you talking about?
Never mind. I'm tired of explaining about this. The groom's mother will leave now.
What? The groom's mother? Stop talking nonsense. Really, Kevin's mother? No, you can't be.
I came because I received an invitation. I never expected to be thrown out like this. I wonder why I was even invited in the first place.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you're the groom's mother? This has to be some kind of mistake.
What else could I mean? Didn't you send it knowingly? Just last week I received an invitation at my house with your name on it. It even came with a message saying please come.
But, no way! There must be another Karen! This can't be happening. This has to be some kind of joke. So Karen, you're really Kevin's mom? The one who divorced when Kevin was in middle school? The mother he hasn't seen since then?
Yes, that's right. I was actually looking forward to this wedding, but I'll leave now. After all, I'll just bring down the mood, right?
No, wait! You can't leave now! This isn't how it was supposed to go! If you leave, the surprise will be ruined! Please don't go! Come back to the venue! Please, Karen! You have to stay!
Surprise? What do you mean? Does Kevin not know I was invited?
Of course he doesn't! This was supposed to be perfect! I wanted it to be special, something everyone would remember. He knows nothing. Mother and son reuniting at a joyous wedding. Can you imagine the looks on everyone's faces? It'll be a tearjerker surprise that'll have everyone in the venue going wild. This is supposed to be a wonderful surprise from the bride to the groom. The perfect wedding moment.
All the more reason for me to leave then.
What? Why? This is your chance, a perfect opportunity. Don't you want to reunite with a son you haven't seen in years? Every mother dreams of seeing her son's wedding. You won't get many chances like this perfectly set up situation. Think of how beautiful it will be. The emotional reunion, the tears of joy.
Instead of being touching, this will turn into an explosive wedding scene, unless my son has changed, that is.
Huh? What are you talking about? What do you mean explosive? This doesn't make any sense. Kevin is the sweetest person I know. He's always so gentle and caring. He would never cause a scene. You must be mistaken.
Well then, enjoy your wedding. I'll leave so your special day won't be ruined.
No, you have to stay. The surprise won't work without you. Karen, please. You can't just say something like that and leave.
Some surprises are better left unplanned, Sarah. Good luck with your wedding.
Don't walk away! Karen, please come back!
Hey, you old hag. I can't believe my eyes right now. Is this some kind of nightmare? All the places to show your face. What gives you the right to be here? Show up after all these years. Why are you at my wedding? How'd you even find out about it? Did you follow me? Have you been stalking me all this time? Answer me!
Oh my, you spotted me already.
I spotted you and had to do a double take. Thought I was seeing things. This is totally a nightmare. You have some nerve showing up here. After everything you did, after abandoning us, after walking out without a word. You know what you put us through? So how'd you find out about my wedding? I deliberately didn't tell you because I didn't need your blessings. I made sure you wouldn't know about it. I told everyone not to mention it to you.
Well, your bride sent me an invitation. I just found out myself, but apparently it was meant to be a surprise for you.
What? A surprise? What kind of surprise? What are you talking about? Sarah did this? Without asking me? Without even discussing with me first? She had no right to do such a thing.
She wanted to create a touching reunion between a son and his long-lost mother. She thought maybe we could even reconcile through this. She invited me with good intentions, thought it would make your day special. Make it memorable.
What? Good intentions? This is ridiculous. Special? This is a nightmare. She had no right. She doesn't understand. What an unwanted surprise. I have no desire for a touching reunion with you. And reconciliation is absolutely out of the question. There's nothing to reconcile. You can't reconcile with someone who abandoned you. I still hate you, you horrible woman who abandoned me and Dad. Nothing has changed. Nothing ever will change. I spent years trying to forget you exist.
Kevin, are you still saying such things after all these years? You're an adult now. You're getting married. You've had time to grow. I had hoped you might have changed, that you might see things differently now.
Huh? Why should I have to change? What is there to think about? The facts are clear. You're the one who left us. You're the one who needs to change. You're the one who abandoned us, leaving without a word. Did you expect me to welcome you back with open arms after what you did to us? After leaving us alone?
Kevin, you're getting married and starting your own family. Can't you do anything but resent the mother who left back then? Don't you want to try to understand why I had to leave? Haven't you ever wondered about my side of the story? About what really happened? There are always two sides to every story.
Your side? What side? There's nothing to understand. What possible explanation could there be? What excuse could justify what you did? You abandoned your family without a word. There's no excuse for that. No justification. Just shut up. Don't ruin my wedding any more than you already have. Your presence alone is ruining everything. The surprise is canceled. Just get out of here. This is supposed to be the happiest day of my life. I spent months planning this. Everything was perfect until you showed up. You abandoned us. You don't have any right to celebrate your son's wedding.
Thanks to you, the wedding was completely ruined. Everything I planned fell apart. All my dreams for a perfect day. Nothing went according to plan. Everyone was whispering about that scene you caused. My perfect wedding turned into a gossip fest. No one was even paying attention to the ceremony. They were all too busy talking about what happened. All the guests kept asking questions, wanting to know the story, spreading rumors. Kevin was so angry with me because of you, Karen. How are you going to take responsibility for this? This is all your fault.
Excuse me?
Don't play innocent now. You know exactly what you did. You ruined everything deliberately. Kevin even yelled at me for meddling. We somehow got through the wedding, but Kevin was in a bad mood the whole time. It's your responsibility. Could have made it a beautiful moment. Could have given us our fairy tale ending, but you just had to come to the wedding and ruin it. Had to make it all about you.
Don't blame me. This is your fault for planning this surprise without proper research. If you're going to do a surprise, you should have done your homework more thoroughly. Did you even try to learn about our family situation? Did you ask anyone? Try to understand the background? Or did you just assume everything would work out like in your fantasy, like in your perfect little dream?
What was there to research? A son reuniting with his mother should be beautiful. Other brides get praised for arranging family reunions. Everyone loves those moments. They always end in tears of joy. Everyone calls them touching, beautiful, and meaningful. But you're right. I should have properly researched that you were a terrible woman who abandoned your husband and child. I should have listened to the office gossip. Should have paid attention to the whispers.
What?
Kevin actually told me everything after you left. Every single detail, every horrible thing. How could you do that to your own family, to your own loving son? I can't believe how much your son actually hates you, but I don't blame him for that. The terrible things he told me about you, the pain you caused him, all these years of pretending, acting like nothing happened. You act all proper at work, but behind the scenes, you're awful, playing the perfect office lady while hiding such a past, acting so professional, so composed, so righteous. I'm really disappointed in my senior colleague. To think I used to respect you, to think I looked up to you.
What exactly are you trying to say?
Don't act like you don't know. I heard the details about the divorce from Kevin. Every terrible thing you did. How you betrayed your family, your own flesh and blood. You just suddenly disappeared, leaving your husband and son behind, without even a note, without any explanation, without a goodbye. I bet you just ran off with some man. That's the real reason, isn't it? You actually found someone else, someone younger, someone richer.
What?
No wonder you're always alone at office parties. Always trying to get attention from the male employees. Always hovering around them. The serious office lady's divorce reason was actually an affair. Who would have thought? Ha! The truth finally comes out. This is great gossip. I should spread it around the office right away. Everyone will love hearing about this. About your true nature. About what you really are.
Stop it. That's not why I got divorced. And there's no need to spread my private business around. You're crossing a line. These are personal matters. Things you don't understand.
Oh, but there is. Everyone should know what kind of person you really are. The truth about our respected senior. How fake you really are. How deceitful. Even if there's no need, I'll spread it because it's interesting. The whole office will be talking about it. Your reputation will be ruined. Everything you built will crumble. Oh, that's right. Speaking of which, there are rumors about you and the executive director lately, aren't there?
What?
Don't act surprised now. I heard rumors that people have seen you two having dinner together. Multiple times! Always looking so friendly, so intimate. Everyone's talking about it in the break room. Behind your back. They all wonder what's going on, what you're plotting. When the scandal spreads, your chances to live rich with the executive will be ruined. Once he learns the real reason for your divorce, he'll be disgusted and dump you. No one wants to date someone who abandons their family, especially not someone in his position. His reputation would be ruined.
Sarah, please, don't involve others into this. This is between us. Leave innocent people out of it. I left the wedding just like you and Kevin wanted, right? I have no intention of trying to reconcile with my son. And of course, I won't try to act like your mother-in-law, so isn't that enough? Let's keep this professional. We still have to work together. We can be civil.
No, it's not enough. Professional? After what you did? After ruining my wedding? After destroying my perfect day? Shut up, you awful divorced woman who abandoned her son! You have no right to talk about being professional! Someone who's not even worthy of being called a woman has no right to order me around! You're the worst!
What?
Let me tell you something. I'm just so angry with you! Beyond angry! I'm furious! Do you have any idea how lonely Kevin was when you left him in middle school? How much he suffered? How much pain you caused? You're the worst as both a woman and a mother! A complete failure! A disgrace!
That's not what happened. I didn't abandon them. I was actually driven out.
Oh, playing the tragic heroine is hilarious. Poor little victim Karen. Always the victim. Never at fault. I bet this is how you sucked up to the executive director, too. Playing the poor divorced woman card. So manipulative. So calculated. At work, you act all proper and strict, but behind the scenes, you're just trying to manipulate everyone for your own benefit. You're such a pathetic woman. No wonder Kevin hates you and never wants to see you again.
Sarah.
Unlike a worthless old hag like you, I'm a young and cute wife who will keep supporting my husband. I'll absolutely never get divorced, and when we have children, I'll cherish them. I'll never try to leave him for another man or abandon my children.
Listen, Sarah, you may not understand this yet, but marriage can be full of unexpected challenges. It's not always what it seems, not always a fairy tale. What you see on the surface isn't always the truth. There are always two sides to these matters. I tried my best to take care of my family too, but sometimes, no matter how hard you try, things become impossible, just unbearable. You'll learn this soon enough.
I've dreamed of being a bride since I was little. I'm going to marry someone I love and be the perfect wife. We'll never fight, and I'll live happily being loved by my husband every day. Divorce is absolutely not an option.
Really?
Divorce is only for women who lack charm and determination. Unlike you, Karen, I will never get divorced.
Well then, make sure you never run away, even if you're living in a shed with only $200 a month for living expenses. You absolutely can't run away.
Huh?
Since you're so confident, this should be easy to handle, right? With all your charm and determination. No matter how difficult your married life becomes, make sure you keep smiling and living happily every day.
$200 a month and living in a shed? What are you suddenly talking about?
I didn't leave because I found another man. I left because I couldn't take the treatment from my husband and son anymore. My husband only gave me $200 a month for living expenses, and my son, watching his father, treated me like a servant. When it became unbearable, I ran away and got divorced.
What?
At that time, Kevin was in middle school, going through puberty. When he got frustrated, he would use me as his punching bag.
Punching bag? Wait, he physically abused his own mother?
Yes, quite severely. So when I couldn't take it anymore and ran away, he had the nerve to play the victim, saying, "She abandoned us. She's a failure as a mother." I still have scars from that time.
What?
That's why I haven't seen my son Kevin even once since our divorce. I thought that once he became an adult, he might have changed his way of thinking, so I came thinking I could at least celebrate his wedding. But Kevin was still playing the victim as always. I won't ever see him again, so I'm leaving him in your care.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying that Kevin and his father were really the reason for the divorce? But they're both so kind to me. I can't imagine them doing such things.
Those two have always been good at keeping up appearances. I just pray they don't change after the marriage.
Actually, I've been told that I need to become a housewife shortly after marriage. To practice for that, I'm currently living with Kevin and receiving $1,000 a month for living expenses.
Oh, how nostalgic. I was in the same situation before marriage. Then after the wedding, it suddenly dropped to $500. And when I quit my job to become a housewife, it was further reduced to $200. Like father, like son, I suppose.
That can't be true!
But don't worry, after all, being a bride has been your dream since childhood, right? You've got proper determination, right? I'm sure you can manage with $200.
What?
Well then, enjoy your married life. As your supervisor, I'll make preparations for whenever you decide to quit your job.
Hey, you old hag! What did you do? Answer me! I know you're reading these messages. I can see you're online. Stop ignoring me. What'd you say to Sarah? She suddenly says she wants to call off the wedding. She won't answer my calls. She's not responding to my messages. She won't even open her door. What lies did you tell her? What story did you make up?
What? I didn't say anything strange to her. I just told her the reason for the divorce and why I abandoned you. Just giving some encouragement as your former mother. Sharing some family history. The truth. Something you never told her.
What kind of encouragement is that? You're trying to ruin everything. Always trying to destroy my happiness. You couldn't just stay away. She's locked herself in her room. Won't even speak to me. She's talking about postponing the wedding. About needing time to think. What if she actually cancels the engagement? What are we gonna do? You know how much money we've already spent? How many deposits we paid? You'll have to take responsibility if that happens. You fix this. Make it right.
Excuse me? This is my responsibility? How exactly is this my responsibility? I simply told her the truth. Something you should have done. Before the wedding. Before making promises.
You had no right to tell her anything. That was all in the past. Ancient history. It doesn't matter anymore.
What?
This marriage absolutely has to happen. I need to get married and have her support me and Dad's living. If this marriage falls through, you have to come back to this house.
What did you say?
You've ruined everything. All our plans, everything we worked for, all our arrangements. Actually, Dad hasn't been feeling well lately. His health is getting worse. His knees are giving him trouble when he's thinking about early retirement. He can barely walk some days. Can hardly get up the stairs. When that happens, we'll need someone to take care of him. Someone to manage the house. Someone to do everything you refuse to do.
Are you saying you don't even love her? You're just looking for a replacement servant? To be your father's caretaker? A new housekeeper?
Hey, don't twist my words. Of course I love her, but she needs to be useful to us too. That's what marriage is about. A wife has duties, responsibilities. We had it all planned out. The perfect arrangement. Everything was set. Now all of our plans will be ruined if this wedding is called off. If that happens, I'll let you marry Dad and you can take care of him. You owe us that much. It's your responsibility, your duty.
You still see wives, no, women, as nothing more than housekeepers. After all these years, nothing has changed about you. Like father, like son, the same old attitudes. I'm thoroughly disgusted with both you and your father. You haven't grown up at all, still that same entitled boy, still thinking the world owes you.
Hey, shut up! You're still single anyway, right? Living all alone in that tiny apartment. No one would want to marry someone like you. You should be grateful that we're willing to take you back into the family. It's more than you deserve. Your last chance at a family.
Sorry, but you don't have to worry about that, because I'm actually getting married soon.
What?
You heard me correctly. I found someone who actually respects me. Someone who sees me as a person, not just a servant, not just a housekeeper.
You're lying.
Things are going really well with someone at work. We're planning to register our marriage next month. I found real happiness, the kind your father and you never gave me.
What marriage registration? Who would marry an old hag like you? Must be some worthless guy nowhere near Dad's level. Probably just some broke old man. Someone who's really desperate, because no one decent would want you. No one successful.
Actually, he's the executive director at my workplace. He's a very kind and wonderful person. Unlike some people I know. Someone who knows my worth.
What? You're making this up. There's no way. This has to be the joke.
He's someone who respects women and is truly wonderful. So don't call him worthless. He treats me like a human being, like an equal. I'm going to marry him, and I absolutely refuse to return to being family with you all. I've found my own happiness. Real happiness this time. True respect and love.
That must be a lie. An old hag like you remarrying into a company executive? You must be delusional. Just making up stories again, living in a fantasy.
Are you really in a position to be so arrogant about suggesting I remarry your father? I suppose you should focus on keeping Sarah from leaving you. Otherwise, you'll end up having to take care of your father yourself. That's what sons are supposed to do, isn't it? That's your responsibility, your filial duty.
Ah!
Though really, it's strange to rely on a wife for this. These days, it's normal for people to take care of their own parents, children supporting their aging parents, not pushing it onto their wives, not treating them like servants.
How can I? A man do caregiving. That's women's work. I'm not cut out for that. That's what wives are for. That's their role. If I can't count on you, then I need to marry Sarah quickly. This is bad. I need to smooth things over somehow and make this marriage happen. I'll figure out how to convince her. I'll make her understand her role, her duties.
Well, good luck with that. I'm sure your charming personality will win her over, just like your father's did with me. I guess history has a way of repeating itself.
Please help me, Karen. I shouldn't have gotten married to Kevin after all. Please get me out of this house right now.
What? You're the one who ignored my warning and got married with him anyway. You didn't listen to what I said. You even quit your job right after the wedding, looking so smug about it, so confident. How's married life treating you? Everything you dreamed of? All those perfect plans working out?
But at that time, I thought I could handle it. I believed in our love. I really thought it would be different. I thought I could change him. He was so sweet after our fight. He cried and apologized. He seemed so sincere, so genuine. Kevin promised he would never make me do anything I didn't want to do. He swore things would be different. He said he would cherish me and make me happy. He promised me everything, so I thought it would be okay. Was such a fool.
So you let your emotions get the better of you, got married, and now you're living in marriage hell?
Yes, everything changed as soon as we signed the papers, like a switch was flipped. Like he became a different person, a complete stranger. Before the marriage, we agreed we wouldn't live with his dad, but as soon as we registered the marriage, he brought me to his family home. Without any discussion, he didn't even let me pack properly. Just took me straight there, didn't even let me say goodbye to my family. He told me I had to live here and take care of his father. I never heard anything about his father's bad knees or that he needed care. He needs help with practically everything, every little thing.
Such a sneak attack.
That's not even the worst part. The living expenses were immediately reduced to $500 too. He took control of all our accounts, canceled my credit cards, took away my bank cards. I can barely buy groceries. Can't even buy basic necessities. He said my mother managed with $200 a month, so you're lucky. Like I should be grateful. Like I should thank them. Like I'm being spoiled. With food and utility prices so high these days, it's impossible to live with this amount. I can't even buy new clothes. Not even basics, not even necessities. I have to account for every penny I spend, show receipts for everything, justify every purchase.
Don't give up, Sarah. Once you're married, you have to try your best. You had the determination to get married, right? Where's all that confidence now? All that charm, all that certainty?
Please don't mock me now. I know what I said before. I was wrong about everything. So terribly wrong. No amount of determination can handle this, so please help me. You're Kevin's mother, right? That means you're my mother-in-law. Please help your poor daughter-in-law. You understand what I'm going through. You've been through this.
Well,
I know I don't deserve your help after how I treated you, after all the horrible things I said, but we were supervisor and subordinate until recently, right? We're not strangers, so please, you must know some way to handle them, some way to make it better. This isn't the married life I imagined at all. Nothing like my dreams, nothing like the fairy tales. I want to divorce immediately, so please help me. Tell me how to get out. How did you manage it? How did you escape?
My, this doesn't sound like the person who looked down on me for being divorced. What happened to divorce is only for women who lack charm and determination? You certainly had a lot to say about me before, about my failures as a woman, about my character, about my choices.
I was wrong. I'll apologize for that. I'll take back everything I said, every word. I didn't know married life could be this hard. I was too dreamy about marriage, too idealistic. But now I understand completely, so I'm done. Please, I need your help. You're the only one who understands.
Even if you apologize, your words can't be erased. The past where you hurt me can't be undone. The rumors you spread at work, the damage you did, the pain you caused.
I know I was horrible to you, but I'm desperate. Please. I don't know what else to do. Who else to turn to?
Unlike me, you're by my son's side, right? You should follow through on your own words. With your ability to call me an old office hag, you'll be fine. Do your best, Sarah style. Show some of that charm and determination. Put it to good use.
Please don't abandon me like this. I finally understand why you left. I get it now. I understand everything. Every reason.
Goodbye, Sarah.
Please don't ignore me. I need help. Don't leave me here. Please.
I heard that Sarah finally snapped at Kevin and his father, who treated her like a maid, yelling, "Listen here, you worthless old man and worthless husband. Don't underestimate your wife." She apparently went on a rampage, throwing and breaking things. Faced with this unexpected counterattack, Kevin and his father stood pale and dumbfounded, their usual domineering attitude completely gone. They ended up agreeing to the divorce on Sarah's terms. After that, I heard that Kevin now quietly lives with his father, taking care of him by himself. As for Sarah, who successfully got divorced, when she tried to announce her divorce to her friends, she was mocked instead because she had ridiculed divorced people so much before. They said things like, "Look who's divorced now," and "Don't invite us to your next wedding." Actually, just don't contact us at all. She spends her days crying about this.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
I feel so bad for your parents. Having to still care for their daughter even though she's well into being an adult now. At least start doing the chores or something there, Stacy.
Huh? You're saying all those things about me?
That's right. The high school dropout, stay-at-home loser should be the one to do the chores for them. You're old enough now where you definitely should not still be relying on your parents. I can't believe you're not embarrassed to live like you are now.
Calling me a high school dropout stay-at-home loser is pretty mean, Amanda. I get that I did in fact drop out, but I'm working a full-time job now, so I wouldn't be calling me a loser or anything like that.
I don't want to see you being treated by both your parents at their house any longer. You chose to live the life of a dropout, right? Yet all I hear are excuses and complaints that you can't find a good job because you have no education. Some people call the life you have getting what you asked for.
Amanda? For some reason I get the feeling that you may be confused by something. I never chose to drop out of school myself. My parents told me to stop going to high school, and so I had no other choice but to leave. But even with that happening to me, I've worked hard to find a job that suits me.
Stop lying to me like some kind of politician. I already know the real you after everything I've heard from your parents.
Huh?
They said that you hated to study and learn, so you chose to drop out on your own. And they followed up by telling me that you don't even work a full-time job, rather just some simple part-time job making barely anything. They even said that you jump jobs a lot, leaving you sitting at home between jobs as their little stay-at-home loser. You must really love being a parasite, sucking on all that wealth that both your parents have, huh?
What are you talking about? You're saying that my parents said all of that about me?
They sure did. They are very worried about what'll happen to you after they've both passed away. And so they came to me crying to ask me what they should do about you. I never thought there were people in this world that were completely fine with making their parents suffer.
You have it all wrong, though, Amanda. Can you give me a chance to tell you my side of things?
I don't see any point in listening to some dropout speak to me. I hate low-life scum like you, Stacy. If you plan to keep living life without actually working for your own money, then I'm going to have to cut all ties I have with you.
What? I don't want my little brother and you to cut ties with me, though.
Well, I don't want my future to be ruined by you if you happen to start leeching off of me. If you don't want us to leave you, then it's time you go out and make a living yourself.
Hey, Mom! What have you made Amanda start thinking of me? Did you make her think that I was the one that chose to drop out of high school? And you made her think that I had no job and am some kind of a parasite? I can't believe you'd start telling so many lies to my sister-in-law for no good reason. Because I just got some nasty texts from Amanda about how upset she is with me. She told me to get a grip and to stop taking advantage of the two of you. But in reality, I'm working a great job, and if anything, I'm the one helping you both out the most. I'm the one that's literally supporting you and Dad right now, so what the hell is going on right now with all of you?
Oh, stop that. You don't have to be that upset with us. Your father and I both have to maintain an image ourselves, and so we had no other choice.
Huh?
You understand that we have to keep a good image as parents for others to see, right? And your little brother is married to a woman whose parents are both very high-class doctors. So your father and I would never tell her that our company had gone bankrupt a while back.
You really are such a vain person, Mom. You've always been trying to keep your reputation as the wife of some CEO even after his company fell apart. Most people already know that his company went bankrupt, yet you keep trying to hide it for some reason?
We are doing this for your brother as well, though. Having a wife that's family is full of amazing people while the husband's family is full of failures. If they were to find out about that, they would leave your brother in an instant. I'm hiding the truth from them for your brother's sake, as well as for our own.
I get what you're trying to say to me, but don't treat me like an idiot, okay? I know that you're just trying to maintain your guys' pride is all. It was your guys' fault, after all, that I had to drop out of high school, right? Yet somehow you thought it okay to say that it was all my own choice.
Are you trying to say it was our fault?
While the company was going under, you guys went and started to take all the money that was saved up for me to go to college. And because of that, there was no reason for me to continue on with school, especially when you both kept pulling me out of class to come home and help you both.
What are you talking about? That's just you saying that you gave up on staying in school. You still had the chance to do well in school and get a scholarship to go to college with.
And I would have tried my best to get a full-ride scholarship or something to a school of my choice. But you kept telling me that as a woman, I didn't need an education. You both told me that every day while asking me to leave school over and over again to come home and help you guys with that failing business. You would even get frustrated with me and start saying things like me valuing myself more than my own family. I had no choice but to drop out of school after constantly hearing that from the two of you.
Oh, we said things like that to you, did we? I don't remember saying anything like that, though.
In the end, I did as you both had asked of me and dropped out of high school. And then after Dad said I could work in his company to help it recover, he started paying me less than minimum wage. Really, I was better off finding a job of my own instead of wasting my time working for practically nothing.
Don't say such awful things like that, Stacy. We made sure that by having you work in the real world early, you'd become an even better employee than others your age. And besides, you were still living with us while working, so there was no need for you to get the same pay as others, as you didn't have to pay any living costs.
And that's why I saved whatever I could that I received and tried to get out of the house. Right when I was about to leave the house and find a job of my own to live on, you both fumbled the ball and let the company go under. Then you and Dad came running to me, crying and asking me to come home and help you guys out.
Well, that was a very tough time for all of us. We had tried our hardest to make things work in that company, but ended up still falling short in some places. And that all happened right when your brother was going to university. If it wasn't for you and the money you brought to us, we would have never been able to raise our boy well enough.
If you're trying to make it seem like you're thankful for me, why are you wrapping it in a bunch of bullcrap? You know that I've been the one supporting you and Dad ever since your company went bankrupt, so why can't you just be thankful for me and speak the truth?
Come on, Stacy. I want to say the truth, but we have to do this for your brother. We cannot allow your brother to look bad compared to his lovely wife, Amanda. If they knew that his parents weren't well off, they'd leave him in the dust. So please, be a good little girl and follow along in our lives to make your father and I look good.
What?
I'm thankful for you in the bottom of my heart. But when we are with Amanda, you are going to be that no-good high school dropout stay-at-home loser that we want her to believe you are. Stacy, I just made sure to put all of your things outside the house for you. Come here at some point today and get rid of all of it, okay? From now on, you're no longer going to be living here. Huh.
Wait, what? Why can't I live at my parents' house anymore?
Because I can't look at your poor parents any longer as they struggle to take care of you. And so, from now on, your brother and I are going to move in with your parents. So, we have to make sure that the high school dropout stay-at-home loser is out of this.
Excuse me?
I made sure to give you a warning a few weeks ago, right? I told you to get a grip and find a good job for yourself. And that you should stop causing your parents any more trouble than you already have. Yet you didn't listen to me at all, and have not found yourself any kind of proper work yet, just as I expected from a parasite. And so, we had to do something about you.
You're kidding me, right? So you've gone ahead and put all my things out in front of the house without asking first? Having to leave that house without any warning?
Your parents are so happy right now. Having the parasitic dropout out of their house has brought them all kinds of joy.
What?
And on top of that, their very successful son and his wife will be living together with them. I can't blame them for being so happy after finally having such a heavy weight lifted off their backs. Your brother works for a very good company, and I'm able to live perfectly as his housewife for the rest of my life.
You all really can only think about yourselves and nothing else then, huh? I've also told you plenty of times, Amanda, but I am seriously working a very good job right now. I even have the money to take care of that whole household without issue. Yet after everything I've done, I'm actually going to be kicked out of my own parents' home?
Come on now, Stacy, and stop with all that lying. I've never heard of any high school dropout getting a good enough job with any company. Trying to make yourself look good now by lying about some magical job that you don't have? This will only make things hurt worse for you.
I guess you really never will be able to listen to what I've had to say. I do think my parents are the worst for getting you to believe such lies, but you not even giving me the chance to explain everything to you is just insane.
I told you there's no point in me listening to whatever a dropout has to say about me. If I were to listen to you, my ears might just melt right off my head.
Excuse me?
Both of my parents are amazing doctors, and I'm their very well-off daughter. And since I have a husband now with a very good career, I cannot be bothered to be around some loser like you.
I see. No matter what I try and say, to you, I'm just a stupid high school dropout. And that's why you won't listen or give me a chance.
An embarrassment like you only has one job now, and that's to get lost. From now on, your very busy business-owning mom and dad will be taking care of your brother and I. Huh.
Good luck with my jobless parents, then.
Uh-huh.
I have a lot to be upset about right now, but honestly, I'm relieved to be getting kicked out of that house. I'm finally set free from those two extremely selfish, unemployed parents of mine. Amanda, do your best with taking care of those two for me, okay? They really don't have anything to offer now that their company has been gone for years, but since you and my brother will be living with them now, I don't have to worry.
Their company is gone? Oh, wait, what do you mean they're jobless? His parents still have a company, right? I never heard anything about their company going bankrupt or anything.
That's because they worked really hard to hide that fact from you. So of course you wouldn't hear about any of it.
Wait, what do you mean they worked hard to hide it from me?
In reality, the both of them lost that company years ago. They had a hard time keeping that company afloat, and after a lot of near misses, they finally lost the company. And so right now, they've both been living each day pretty well thanks to the money I bring in. I've been the sole provider for those two this whole time, Amanda.
Huh? That cannot be real. Do you actually think I'd believe you telling me that their company went bankrupt when I've never heard a thing about this from them before?
Well, of course you won't, especially since my mom has been lying to you about it for a while now. So there's no way you could believe me right now.
And also, you're still a high school dropout, right? There's no way someone as low as you could ever take care of your parents as well as you make it seem. There's no way an idiot with no education could ever support two people on their own.
I didn't drop out of high school because I hated studying, you know. Because of my parents both being failures and crying to me all the time, I had to stop going.
Your parents' fault then?
Right when I was getting into my junior year, their company was in hot water. And out of nowhere, they took the money that had been saved up for me to go to college and put it into their company to keep it from going under. And so because of that, there was little hope of me going on, of course, with the addition of them both constantly asking me to help them. I just wasn't able to manage myself anymore and had to give in to their nonstop begging. But as for my brother, they told me that he needs to go to a good university since he's a man. And that's why he was able to get a college degree and all of that.
Wait, really?
And for me, I was left trying my best to help out in whatever way I could with my parents' company. Luckily, even though I wasn't earning much for helping them, I learned a lot about running a business and was able to start my own smaller company. So thankfully, I'm now able to make around $200,000 a year off of it.
$200,000. Yo, you're able to bring in that kind of money? Wait, I didn't even know that you had a whole company of your own now.
Well, I tried my best to explain all of that to you before. I said that I was working a good job. And I asked you to just listen to me over and over again, right?
Ugh.
But you chose to only believe in my mom's word without ever giving me a chance. And you had the idea that because I was a dropout, I couldn't amount to anything. But because of your blind faith in her, I was finally able to get out of their house, and I am so happy for it. I was getting very tired of having to give my time to the two of them.
Oh, wait. You can't possibly be saying that, we'll be able to care for them. Having to live in the same house as two unemployed losers is not something I can do. They'll be the downfall of me, and I'll never be able to have my own life. I'm no longer going to live here with them. There's no way I'm living with people that have no money.
Oh?
I thought living with them would mean more money for me. Honestly, I had assumed that they'd pay for everything I wanted and needed. But that'll never happen now that they don't have a company to bring money in with. There's no merit to me living with them anymore now.
Amanda? You had been wanting to live with my parents so that they'd pay for all of your wants and needs? Even though they'd already be letting you live in the house with them?
What do you want? What's wrong with me having them pay for everything I need and want? Isn't it normal to have your parents paying for you when you're living with them? And I could use the money to help out my parents with their life right now. What's so wrong with that?
What? Your parents need help with their lives now too? Those two are doctors, right? So they should be bringing in a large amount of money for themselves. I have never heard of a doctor that doesn't make enough money to support themselves.
Huh?
Could this mean that your parents aren't actually doctors? There's no reason that you would have lied to all of us about that, right? I'm sure you and your parents are different from my selfish and self-centered ones.
Hey, how did you guess that? How did you come to the conclusion that my parents aren't doctors? How did you figure out that I've been lying to you? Are you some kind of investigator or something?
What? They aren't actually doctors then, so you have been lying to us all.
No, wait, that wasn't a lie. Wait, hold on, I never said they were real doctors, did I?
Can you calm down a little and clearly explain yourself? What was a lie and what was the truth? And can you tell me why you lied in the first place?
Well, because your brother told me that his parents both ran a company of their own. And since your dad was technically a CEO, I had no choice but to lie about my parents. I didn't want him to think poorly of me, so I accidentally started telling him that my parents were both doctors. But in reality, those two just work part-time at the supermarket.
Oh.
If he found out that they both were part-timers at the supermarket, I thought he'd give up on me and your parents would tell me I can't marry him. So that's why I kept my family a secret so that I could be married. But for a while now, I've been getting an allowance from the both of my parents to make it seem like they are rich. Around $500 a month to keep everyone from knowing the truth about them.
So you have really made your life tough on yourself. After lying about both of your parents and then having them pay you money every month to keep up the ruse?
That's why for a little while I kept the truth hidden and received some money from the two of them. But now they want me to repay them for that, and the amount they want to receive from me is huge. And since I can't keep paying them back as much as they've been asking, I planned on living with your parents to get some money from them. I wouldn't have to pay for living expenses, and they would even be able to hand my parents the money they need.
And so that's your reason for kicking out some dropout stay-at-home loser? You made it seem as though you were being a saint and saving my parents the trouble of having to deal with me, when really you just wanted to become the parasite that feeds off them.
But I never thought that your parents would be unemployed. I just hoped that I could at least get a little money from the both of them for living with them. What is wrong with the both of your parents? They hid all of that from me. They're the worst.
So you're saying that about them? You yourself lied about your parents so that you could get married to my brother and make it this far with him.
Well, I can be forgiven for my lies because they were necessary. I just needed to lie so that I'd be able to marry your brother. It was just a harmless lie, unlike the ones your parents have told.
No matter what the reason is a lie. But isn't this all great? Both of your guys' parents have been having trouble with money, so you don't have to worry about one's parents being better than the others. Now you can all relax and live together as a happy family. So as for caring for both my parents in that house, please and thank you.
Come back home, Stacy. I never thought that Amanda would have been the one to lie to all of us. What was she telling us when she said her parents were doctors? All they are, two part-time losers. I'm gonna have her divorce my son right now.
What? You're making her leave the family?
Of course I am. She lied to everyone about who her parents really were. But by doing that, we'll only be left with your brother in this house. And with the work he does and the money he makes, we won't have enough to live in this house. So that's why you need to come back to our house and help us.
No, he should be able to help you better than me, right? He was the one that went to an amazing university and got into a really nice company that pays him so well, right? He should be more than able to support you all with the money he makes.
Well, he's making less than we had all been led to believe. We thought he'd at least be making $100,000 a year at that company with the education he has. But he's only making a measly $50,000 for all three of us to try and live on.
Well, he only just started working there, so it makes sense he's not that high up yet. If anything, he's making just enough at his age with the education he has.
But with that kind of money, your father and I can't live our lives freely. When we had you, you'd give us $50,000 a year to spend on what all we wanted. But he said he can't do the same for us. He said if he works really hard, he could do $1,000 a month, but that's not enough.
Well, that's because you and Dad aren't economizing. Even though you lost that company years ago, you and Dad still live like you can both afford anything and do whatever you like. That's the whole reason I had to give you that $50,000 a year, is because you guys continued that costly lifestyle.
Hey, please, Stacy. Just come back to this house and bring everything back to the way it was. I'll apologize to you for everything that happened as long as you come back here.
Absolutely not. I am not going to ever give you guys any of my money ever again.
What?
And before you continue to think about trying to get me to come back, you might want to work on gathering all your things and getting out of there. Now that I'm not living there, I'm having the house sold.
Huh? You're gonna sell this house?
Did you forget about that? I'm the one that owns that house. When you both lost the company, the bank was going to take the house and everything as well, so I stepped in and bought the house from you.
Huh?
And I've paid off the rest of the house now, so I'm free to sell it. So you and Dad and everyone need to get out.
Yo, you're lying, right? Wait! You're going to sell this wonderful house that we've all lived in?
Well, if you had never thrown me out of the house, then this wouldn't have to be happening. But now that I've seen how you guys act, I have to do even the most heartbreaking of things. Along with this, I plan to cut ties to you all as well. And anything that has traces of you guys on it is going to be sold, like the house. I want to completely forget about you all and start a new life for myself.
What?
No matter what you have to say, it's too late. So I'll give you until the end of the week, okay? If you don't leave by then, expect the police or someone to come pick you all up. Immediately after that, my brother and Amanda got a divorce. And in Amanda's case, she had to go back to her parents, who were pissed that she got a divorce. And so they told her to find a job and start making all the money that she needs to pay them back for what they'd done for her. But in her selfish and stupid fashion, Amanda told them to shut up and that if only they had real jobs, she wouldn't have been divorced. And so right now, the three of them are living together in her parents' house while she tries her hardest to make whatever money she can. In my parents' case, they are still with my brother at a smaller house, relying on him to care for them. But unlike how things were when they got to have me taking care of them, my brother is a lot more straightforward and is asking them to find some kind of work to start making a little extra money. He then told them that if they don't, he'll have no choice but to kick them out. And because of that, both my parents are now working their hardest to find some kind of employment. But of course, this hasn't all happened without my mom texting me constantly to have me come back and help them. But every single time, I leave her texts on read and completely ignore her.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Listen to this. Listen to this. I just went and handed in my marriage forms with Zeke. So with that, starting today, I am now his wife.
Really? How wonderful.
And not just that. Zeke told me that today would also be our anniversary since we started dating, and so he got me this gorgeous and delicious cake. I was already so happy to be married to him and all, but he went that extra mile and had this cake made for me by a very famous patissier. He told me that the man is a very good friend of his, so he was able to make this cake for me without any planning in advance. The fact that my husband would get something like that done for me on a day like today has just made me feel so blessed.
I suppose so. I'm so happy to see you being loved by my ex like that. And the fact that you get to enjoy a cake from a famous patissier. How amazing. You have just been having so much fun with the man you stole from your own friend, right?
Hey! Ariel! Stop trying to make everything about you all the time. Can't you see that your friend just got married to the man she's been in love with for so long now? I would just really appreciate it if you were just a bit more kind to me and celebrated a day like today.
Don't expect me to shut up and let you rub that life of yours in my face now. Who the hell would want to celebrate a backstabbing whore like you anyway? If anything, the thing we should be talking about right now is you paying me that settlement.
I'm sorry. I'm leaving all of that in the hands of Zeke to pay off. I have no idea what he's doing with the money right now, so you can't really ask me anything about it.
I sure can ask you because you have to pay me a settlement as well. You're really going to make him pay it all off for you.
Well, of course I am. Zeke happens to run a whole freaking company as the CEO after all. And men like that are loaded with money, right?
Huh?
I don't have that kind of money on me right now. And I just quit the job I had in order to become his wife. That's why I won't be able to pay you any kind of settlement right now. The only thing I'm able to do right now is sit next to my wonderful husband and laugh at all his jokes and show him my most pretty smiles. He's giving me a life of luxury, and also the least I can do is make sure he sees just how beautiful of a woman I am.
Hold on a second. A life of luxury? Is that what you just said?
That's right. That amazing cake wasn't the only thing Zeke prepared for me today. In order to make me the most happy woman in the world, he prepared for me the most wonderful mansion to move into. That's why at this moment we are getting into his really fancy car and we'll be driving out to that mansion and moving in.
Huh?
He loves me so much that I'm almost feeling suffocated. Not only did I get a really special cake, but I'm also getting to live in this massive mansion with him. And above all that, he seems to be madly in love with me. So I'd have to say, I've won the game of life. Thank you so much for letting your husband throw you away at the time in order to marry me. My dream of living in a giant mansion with a CEO is finally going to come true.
I'm the one who's the CEO, though.
What?
I'm sorry to have to break this to you while you're flying in the clouds. But before you finish off that delicious cake he's gotten for you, would you please get a taste of reality? I know you're probably too euphoric right now for me to be able to get all the information into that head of yours, but you need to know something.
What reality are you talking about? I know for a fact that Zeke is the CEO. He happens to run Accounting Central and goes into work every day to make sure the company is doing well.
No, the one in charge of running Accounting Central would be me. It's the company I run right now, making me the CEO of it. And I'll have you know that with the divorce, Zeke lost his job and is now unemployed.
Huh? That's your company? And not only that, what? Zeke lost his job there.
Well, to be completely honest, he used to be the CEO of this company. Him and I worked together to run this company as husband and wife, per se.
You both worked together?
There are plenty of companies in the world that have two people running them, or even a whole board running them. And as for Accounting Central, I was the one that built the company from the bottom up. But as it began to grow larger and larger, I needed more help and had to rely on more people to join me in making things possible. That's when Zeke ended up quitting his previous job that he had before working with me and came over to give me a hand. Since we were both committed to one another at the time, I thought the best option would be to make myself and him the CEO of the company by splitting control over things.
Is that right?
But then Zeke started to go out and have fun with you. And that was soon followed by us getting a divorce. Of course, with a divorce, there would be no way for us to work together anymore, so I had him removed from the company. At the time, he was going on about how he deserved part of the company, or at least a part of the profits for the rest of his life. But the thing is, the company was always all mine, and therefore I get to decide what he keeps and what he loses. And considering he was cheating on me and led us to get divorced, I chose to not give him much of anything. And then that led to a very smooth firing of Zeke.
Well, what? Wait a second. I never heard anything about that from Zeke before. He's always been going on about how he's the one running the company. And multiple times now he's told me it's his company.
I'm not saying he doesn't continue to say that the company is his. But the truth is, the company was never his, and he was only working at the top in order to help his wife, the true owner and CEO. And right now, all he really is an unemployed jerk. He doesn't run anything anymore and only holds the title of being a cheating little jobless idiot.
Then what about the mansion he's promised me? The mansion that him and I are supposedly moving into today? There's no way he can afford a mansion if he's unemployed now, right? And wait a second. What about the settlement we have to pay you? Zeke is going to pay for me as well, right?
I have no idea about all of that. How about you ask the man sitting next to you in the car driving?
I'm too scared to ask him something like that.
Well, when it came to the life we had together, we were both living in your average apartment. I get that we were both running a company, but even then we were just living in a 2-bedroom apartment that was just under 1,000 square feet.
What? Are you kidding me? I thought that you and him had been living in some kind of penthouse downtown or something.
If we had been running a large company together, I'm sure that would be the case. But this company isn't that large yet. We were just making enough to afford to live in a decent apartment downtown is all. No way we were going to afford some penthouse. So I really wonder where the jobless Zeke is taking you to right now. He was never able to live in anything like a mansion back when he had a job running a company.
What the hell? I'm scared right now, Arya. Where the hell is he taking me right now? Oh, we should be going to a mansion right now to finish off this lovely cake, right? Starting tomorrow, I should be living the life of a celebrity, right?
Oh, look at you getting all excited and worked up at the same time. Now you have a wonderful time with your new husband.
You've really done it this time, telling Penelope about how I'm unemployed right now. Because of that, she started to yell at me while we were driving to let her out of my car.
The only problem I see here is that you were hiding all of that from your new wife that you only just got married to. So tell me, where were you planning to take her away to? She was told that you were taking her to this massive mansion you bought for her. No matter how I tried to think about it, there's no way you could afford a place like that.
I was taking her to my parents' house. Now, after having to try and calm her down while driving another hour, we finally arrived here.
Huh? You took her to your parents' house?
I wasn't lying about anything to her. Look, my parents happen to have a rather large house. Because of how large it is, most of the people in this town like to call it the mansion on Jefferson Street.
Even if it's not completely a lie, there is still no way things are going to work out for you. You had been telling her that the two of you would be moving into a mansion, yet it's turned out to be her new in-laws' house. You both only just got married, so no matter how hard you try and stretch things, in her eyes, I'm not sure she's wanting to live with her in-laws yet.
We would only have to be living with my parents for a little while. Just a little while. Look, I have a few things I need to fix in my life, and that requires my parents to be around to support me. That's why I brought her here, to live for a little bit.
And what did Penelope say to an excuse like that? She thought you were a CEO, yet you have no job. And she thought you were taking her to a mansion to live together in, but it's turned out to be her in-laws' house. I'm sure she's livid right now, huh?
About that one, Arya. Look, I know you might be feeling upset still,
after being stabbed in the back by the both of us. But right now, she's very happy with the way things have turned out.
What?
At first, she was pretty pissed saying that I'd lied to her. But after explaining everything to her, she became very happy. That when she learned that my parents' house is really this big, she started to go on about how this house and the land are all hers. Started to ask me just how much money the both of my parents would be passing on to her when they die. Seeing her get all excited like that made my heart skip a few beats, actually. Also, after explaining to her what my next job would be, she almost passed out due to joy.
Oh, so you've already decided where you'll be working next?
I have. Right after you had me fired from your company, my friend hit me up asking if I wanted to work for him. He's in need of some help right now, so I'll be the perfect option for his company.
That's amazing, Zeke. Now that you'll be getting another job here soon, you can finally pay me the settlements I've been asking you and Penelope for. I have been waiting for so long now, and I'm getting very impatient with the both of you.
Don't get so worked up over it. Look, once I become the next director there, I'll give you whatever you've asked us for. Look, honestly, I'll give you double what you've asked for since I kept you waiting.
Well, that would be wonderful. I guess you really have found yourself a well-paying job.
Well, this is the kind of income a director like myself is expected to be making after all. Next month, I'll be joining my friend in his company, and there'll be a ceremony held for me joining as the new director. Then I'll be helping my friend grow his company with him, and making even more than I was before with you. Then I can take Penelope with me and we can move into the mansion I promised her. I'll have the dream mansion she's been wanting for so long built just the way she wants it.
That would make her so happy, wouldn't it?
Once they have the new mansion built and we moved in, I'll invite you to the housewarming party as well. I'll show you the loser that you are, just how happy my new wife and I are, living in such a modern and gorgeous mansion.
Hey, listen to this. The place that Zeke ended up taking me to happens to be his parents' house.
I heard all about that from him yesterday. I thought you were going to be pissed off with him, but you actually turned out to be really happy.
Well, at first I was shocked at what was going on, but when I found out that both the house and the land would be mine, I forgave him. I never thought that Zeke was going to be the successor of two very rich parents and would be getting all of this to himself. Also, it so happens that his parents have a lot of other assets that we'll be given access to after they are gone. After seeing just how much money there is in all of this, I don't mind spending a little time living together with his parents after all.
How much money there is? You've been looking at all the things his parents have and their values? Great job.
Are you getting all jealous of me now or something? I don't care how much all of this hurts you, because I'm the one who ended up with everything here.
Huh?
Really sucks to be you, Arya. Not only does this husband of mine love me so much more than he ever loved you, but he's willing to let me have everything his parents leave behind. Oh, who cares that you happen to run some small little company like that? Compared to all the money and assets my husband and I will be getting, you are nothing, and your company is nothing.
You're calling my very important company nothing now?
Don't try and act all tough just because you're a CEO. Compared to you, I've come out above you by miles. I mean, I happen to have a husband that will soon be a very high-up director and has all of these things just waiting around to become mine.
All of those things will soon become mine, you mean?
What?
I was just sitting here quietly waiting to see just how far you were going to take things. But I told you yesterday to take a really good look at reality, right? Yet you still haven't settled down to do so, and are only making yourself look like even more of an idiot. Could that cake you had yesterday been a little too much sugar for you?
Hey, what the hell do you mean all of this will be yours? Stop saying such BS right now.
I'm just speaking the truth is all.
No way that could be true. Why the hell would all the things his parents own become yours? You are his ex-wife and have nothing to do with him now. all you are is a stranger. So how would you ever get any of the things his parents own?
I'm getting all of those things because that's the promise we made.
The promise you made?
Are either of Zeke's parents around you right now?
Right now they are out in the living room taking over some things. They asked me to come and join them because it's about something important.
Then maybe you should go and join them in that discussion. I'm sure that right now Zeke is being told the reality of the situation and what will be happening from here on out. A lot of it has to be about how I'm the owner of that house and its land.
Huh? Did you just say you're the owner of this house?
Now you go and listen in on the details from your in-laws, please. I have a lot of work going on today, so I have to get going.
What is all this about, Arya? You own both my parents' house and the land the house is on. I won't allow that to be the case.
Whether or not you'll allow it, the documents hold the truth. And the truth is, I own them both. As your parents have already told you, they both wanted me to own the house and its land. I was asking them to find a way to get their son to pay me the settlement I was asking for. And they came to me saying that they were sorry for what you had done and offered their house and everything to me.
I heard about that from them, but I had no reason to believe all that. I never thought that my parents would give up the rights to their house and everything. They never said anything about something like that going on. And from what else I've heard, when buying their house, they relied on you to do all the accounting. They even had you taking out the loan for him in order to afford that place. Why did you never tell me anything about all of that? Why did they never tell me?
I'm sure it had something to do with their pride as your parents. They even told me to keep all that had been going on a secret from you. They understood that if you found out about what had been going on, you would most likely get upset with them.
No way.
I knew that as your wife, it wasn't good to keep secrets from you such as that. But considering it was your parents asking me to not tell you, I couldn't say no. And they were the ones I was getting business from, as I was their accountant. So I definitely wouldn't want to lose their trust.
With the way things are going, I'm not going to get anything from them. Look, if I'm able to get you the money you've been asking for, then you'll give them back that house and the land, right?
Well, of course. I'm just holding on to the house right now as a way of making sure I have some sort of value coming from you guys. Although, if you don't get that money to me soon, I will keep this house and all for good, and will most likely sell it for more than I'm asking for in the settlement. So as long as you pay me the amount that I've asked for these next few months, then I promise you all that you'll get the house back.
Really?
But you will be able to get all that money that I've asked from you on time this time, right? From what I've seen already out of you, I'm not sure you will be able to. But what do you think? Will you be all right?
What? What do you mean you're not sure about me paying you back?
Have you been listening to anything your parents have said to you? They told you about how much I've been asking for from you on top of the settlement, right? Back when they took out that loan through me for the house, they were never able to pay it all back to me. And so I told them during our divorce just to have you pay the remainder back to me in the settlement. But you never paid me anything. And so they have been begging me to allow an extension on when I want the money. But I've already told them it's not going to happen now.
What? I never knew about that either. I just thought I was having to pay you the original settlement and that was all.
Well, that's not at all the case here. But it's starting to sound more and more like I'll be getting to keep this house and land that I've acquired, right? I would much rather have the money I asked for, but if I'm able to time things out just right, I could sell the house and land for even more than I was asking you all for.
No, hold on a second. Whenever I talked with my parents about their new place, they always told me they had everything under control and had it all paid off. They lied to me. And when I asked them about who they got the loan through, they just lied to me and told me some local bank.
I hope you're not getting too upset with your parents right now.
I'm going to talk with my parents right now.
Oh, what should I do? Arya? I was just calling to go and see Zeke a second ago. He told me that from here on out we're going to have to live here with his parents. Forever.
What? But didn't he say he only planned to stay with them for a little bit before his new job?
He says that things aren't going so well for his parents now, so we're all going to have to live together. He also told me about how his parents made some mistakes when buying this place, and that's made things even worse for us. After asking him how much money we needed to get out of this mess, he told me far more than even his salary will be able to pay. He then told me about how your parents were trying to get this house sold by renovating it and all that, but nobody would take it off their hands. So now, in order to help them with their losses and for us to still have a place to live, we're going to have to live here, with them, and to hand our money over.
Oh my. I thought after hearing something like that you would have made a run for the hills to escape Zeke and his family. But you are being one very special wife by sticking by his side in order to support him in his family's time of need. I'm sure he's still very worried, though, about how things will play out. So make sure to take good care of him.
I'm the one freaking out right now, though. I was told that if you don't get the money you've asked for here soon, the house and the land will all be yours forever, right? There's no way the things that are all supposed to be mine have to go and be taken away by you.
Well, it's Zeke's parents' fault for not paying off all the money I was owed by them. So would you stop whining about all of that to me when you should be talking with them right now?
Huh?
Also, it doesn't really matter to me anymore that they didn't pay me everything back, as they left that to their son to do in the divorce. I mean, the plan was to have him take all their things from them after they died, including their debt. So, on top of the settlements I'm still owed, he should be paying me the remainder of whatever his parents forgot about. Luckily, Zeke will be able to pay all of that to me, right? I mean, he's going to work for his friend now as a director and will be making massive amounts of money. He'll be able to take care of everything for both you and his parents without even having to break a sweat, right? But remember, there is a deadline to all of that, so he'd better make it quick.
What do you mean he'll be a director at his friend's company? All of that vanished and he's not going to become anything now. He lied about all of that to me, so he's still going to be an unemployed jerk.
Are you serious?
It's not that he lied, but the guy he called his friend stabbed him in the back, even though he was the one that asked for Zeke to join him in the first place. That guy is the real liar in this situation. He won't let Zeke come and join the company anymore. He said some stupid crap about how he thought Zeke had experience running a company, but that he was wrong. He then followed that by saying Zeke must have just helped run your company in practice, because in reality he had no clue what he was doing.
Wow. Poor old Zeke.
There's no way someone could do that to their friend. I was so happy to see my husband becoming a director. I needed him to become one in order to get us out of this situation.
I'm sure you did. You have been so worried about paying off your in-laws' debt to me as well as getting this house and land back that I received from them in exchange. And like I've been saying time and time again, you guys will also have to pay me that settlement I've been asking again and again for. You have so many things to be worried about now.
I know that! Everything is going to hell here! We need money right now more than ever. Right now they are trying so hard to get any bit of money they can. They've started to sell all their antiques. And those expensive things that are supposed to become mine in the future are all going away. And they aren't even handing any of the money they get for them to me, instead using it to pay off other smaller debts they've had. I'm not getting a single penny out of any of this.
Hold on now. Those guys have been in debt to others besides just myself?
That's right. Zeke's parents have borrowed money from all kinds of people in order to try and make their lives better. But now that they need to start paying all of that money back, they have been selling literally everything.
Wow. I can't believe it. Then how are things going for them right now? Are they going to be able to avoid being hit by higher interest rates and things like that?
Not at all. They can barely make enough money right now to pay off anything. And pretty soon here they will have no more momentum. There is no way this family is making it out of here alive. I can already tell what the end will look like. This family and everything they have with them will fail!
Whew, you poor thing. Especially when the people you just became family to are trying too hard to keep their heads above water right now.
Hey, please, Aria. I want to get away from Zeke and his family as soon as possible. Would you come and get me from here? I need your help getting me out of here.
What? You can't just run away from all your problems like that. You happen to be part of that family now. Your husband is trying so hard right now to make things work, so you have to be there to support him. Your job as his wife is to be by his side laughing and smiling for him, right?
With the way things are right now, I can't smile at all. Please, Aria, help me. If I can't get away from all of them now, I'm going to burn in hell just like them!
Well, as long as you go to hell along with them, you'll have someone to keep you company. It'll be the four of you, all paying for the sins you all committed. So now that you're aware of that, you all have the best of luck paying off your debts. For starters, maybe work on paying off the settlements you and Zeke owe me, please. Although Zeke and his parents tried their best, they weren't bringing in nearly enough money to pay off all the debt they were in. I myself was a little bit worried about if they'd ever pay me the settlement or not, but after a few months' worth of payments, I got all the money I wanted from those two. However, having already paid her part of the settlement, Penelope later started texting me asking to give back the money she gave me because things were even worse for her. I'm sure things really did get worse for her and everyone else, considering her husband was still jobless and both her in-laws still in debt. I would have loved to help her get out of such a pickle. But my heart can only be so loving. And so I did the only thing I could for her. And that was blocking her number. I did, however, end up giving them the house and land back, since I got the settlement I had asked for. But from what I heard out of other people's mouths, they were never able to pay off everything, and are no longer living in that house. Apparently, they ended up selling the house for half the amount it was worth. All while Penelope sat in the yard screaming her head off about how something like this was never supposed to happen. As of right now, that very unfortunate family of four is living in a studio apartment, having to sleep alone on the hard floor together like a can of sardines.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.